The last place I wanted to be was Frostnipistan.
This one's wife. Mediocre woman has night out. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Yes, hold the presses. A mediocre woman went for a night out with her husband. This is hugely important news, and not only deserves to be reported on, but also deserves to be analysed and dissected. According to the Messenger, Prince Harry and this one's wife display PDA while attending holiday party. Once again, this one's wife, the remarkable human being that she is, does things that nobody else has ever done in the history of ever, which results in the necessity of the world being told about it. Nobody has ever attended an event and held the hand of their spouse. No. This is a world first. They really ought to start putting up statues to honour the event. One of this one's wife and this one, trailing slightly behind because we need to understand that she's the prominent and alpha female, and that they have their hands held. That these statues ought to be erected in London, New York, Los Angeles, Pretoria. That they should appear in Tokyo, in Oslo, Stockholm, Copenhagen, Paris, Berlin, Rome, Rio de Janeiro. That they ought to appear in Belo Horizonte. That they should be in Santiago, Mexico City, on the Falkland Islands. That they should appear in Canberra and Perth and Auckland and Wellington. That they should be there in Delhi. That they should appear in so many places around the world, in Moscow and St. Petersburg, in Helsinki, in Tallinn, that they should appear in Marseille and Milan and Munich and Bern and Luxembourg City, in Brussels and Rotterdam and Amsterdam, all around the world. So many cities and capital cities where statues ought to be erected to the magnificence of this one's wife and this one. Beacons of uplifting reconciliation when two major wars rumble on, that perhaps that those wars can be brought to an end by people gathering in silent contemplation of the wonderfulness of this one's wife holding hands with her husband. According to Mike Vulpo, Prince Harry and this one's wife are making the season of holiday parties bright. Indeed, they are. There's nobody like this one's wife for brightening up a party. You might be thinking, my cheese and pineapple party hedgehog is looking a little bit dull there. Who made this punch? It's not particularly invigorating. Who on earth put this selection of tunes on? Dance Party 1995 isn't really going to cut it tonight. But hang on a second, who's that coming through the door wearing brown? Wow, look, it's this one's wife. We're saved. All of a sudden, the cheese and pineapple party hedgehog has transformed itself into a smorgasbord of the finest forbidden fruits for you to eat. Oh, look, what has happened here? The punch has somehow turned into liquid gold that not only quenches your thirst, but gives you the energy to dance the night away as all of a sudden a legion of world-class DJs are there spinning the wheels of steel. It's all been transformed as a consequence of the appearance of this one's wife. Hallelujah! Let us all give thanks for her appearance. On Tuesday evening, the couple stepped out at Soho House Holloway in West Hollywood, California, to attend a private party for Archwell, their organization that aims to unleash the power of compassion to drive systemic cultural change. You know, whenever I order myself a martini, I often think to myself, if only I could unleash the power of compassion to drive systemic cultural change. Gosh, how I look on with envy at this one's wife and her ability to unleash the power of compassion by expensing everything through Archwell, thus driving systemic cultural change. What a brave and inspiring woman. Also, note, NFI'd. Yep. Not fucking invited to anything else, so the best that she can attend is a party for her own organisation. You could imagine that its cringe factor would be off the charts. It would be like The Office having a party, wouldn't it? According to an eyewitness, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex arrived with their security. After all, they're very important and must be kept safe from the legions of people outside that weren't actually there, and were escorted to a private room next to the main bar. After all, you don't want the proles rubbing shoulders with them. These people are gods that have visited this planet to make all of our meagre existences just that bit better. There was already a group of people waiting for them inside the room. Or could it be that they weren't really waiting for them, they were just other people that had been invited? A source exclusively shared with the Messenger. It looked like they were having a fun get-together as they were mingling and having cocktails. Fuck me, who'd have thought that would happen at a party? That you would mingle with other people and have cocktails. At one point in the evening, Soho staff brought a TV into the room. Wow. To set up a presentation. Ugh, fuck me. That's just how dull this one's wife is. It was probably showing the video that had been created of her running around hugging people. The crowd was seen clapping at one point during the viewing. Amazing. So brave. So inspiring. For the private evening out, this one's wife looked chic in an off-the-shoulder short-sleeved top that was tucked into her matching trouser pants. Chic wears clothes. Is there no end to this mediocre woman's talents? She can have a night out and she can wear clothes. Fuck me, she's absolutely astonishing. As for Harry, let's not forget Harry. He dressed up in a classic suit. Well done, Harry. That was noble of you and groundbreaking, may I say. After 2 hours, what staying power, of celebrating, the pair decided to leave the venue. They're such mavericks. Absolutely wild behaviour. When they left, Harry made sure to lead the way and hold her hand. Oh, well done, Harry. You're so well trained. The eyewitness said they both had huge smiles, saying goodbye to people inside. They said goodbye to people as they left. Who are these people? That's just such a groundbreaking, trend-setting piece of etiquette to engage in. You leave and you say goodbye. I've never come across that before. I think I'm going to start applying that myself. I'll leave somewhere and I'll say goodbye. I'll depart from somewhere and I'll say to the people that I've left, goodbye. This is brilliant. Why did I never think of this before? This one's wife looked really happy, and it seemed like he was guarding her on their way out. Well, he ought to do so. After all, he is that well-controlled intimate partner primary source that should be there to ensure that she's protected from all those hordes of vicious, white, middle-aged women ready to throw tomatoes at her. Yes, this one's wife and Harry went to a small party involving people who worked at Archwell. They watched a bit of television, they had some drinks, then they just stayed 2 hours. And that needs, of course, to be reported on as if it was something that had never, ever happened before, because this one's wife is so thirsty for that fuel and needs, as always, to assert control through these PR puff pieces which she sends out. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.